WTIM.
You're listening to WTIM, your information station, and it's time now for your expanded local news. Help children and youth in the Taylorville community that have food insecurity by donating non-perishable food and monetary donations tomorrow at the first Taylorville Kiwanis Club drive-through donation day of this year. It'll be held from 9 a.m. until noon at the Miller Media Group front parking lot on 918 East Park Street in Taylorville. Kiwanis members will be on hand to collect your donations of non-perishable food or money. And at the end of tomorrow's effort, all food and money will be donated to the Taylorville Food Pantry to assist in their ongoing efforts to provide for children and youth, as well as their families that have food insecurity. This is the sixth consecutive year that the Taylorville Kiwanis Club are assisting the Taylorville Food Pantry to provide food for those in need. Don't forget, that's tomorrow from 9 a.m. until noon in front of our Taylorville studios, the first Kiwanis drive-through donation day to benefit the Taylorville Food Pantry. It was an emotional evening for longtime city employee Valerie Miles, who is retiring to spend more time with her family. Miles started with the city in 1996, where she worked as a police dispatcher before spending time at the airport, at the water department, and also in the treasurer's office.
When I started as police dispatcher, that job is it's really hard. You really have to multitask. I fell right into it, just like it was natural or something. But the reason I left there was for a more routine schedule, and one that was during the day, weekends and holidays off, with having a young boy at the time. But I loved dispatching, and if it would have been weekends and holidays off, I probably would still be doing it. And the water department, I had great people to work with and made a lot of friends. Then at the airport, I loved being at the airport. It was a big switch from office work, that's for sure. But I had a great boss in Bill Newberry, and he was wonderful. We had the situation with the city treasurer position, and I had several discussions with Mayor Berry. I wound up getting appointed to that, and here we are, 3 years later.
Miles says that going into the city treasurer position, that it was extremely difficult, but it was also very rewarding. She credits her support system for setting her up for success.
It was very overwhelming. However, I had a great support system. I really would like to thank two former treasurers for the city of Taylorville, and that being Terry France and Jackie Nation. And they were huge in training me and helping me with everything. And then also to Iris Noblet Kreitz, who was our auditor for years, and she was extremely helpful. And we got through it, and it wound up being successful, and I feel really good about it.
Miles also credits new treasurer Crystal Nichols for her help and says the city is in good hands now with her at the helm.
Crystal Nichols, who got sworn in as city treasurer last night, she has been my deputy for a little over a year now, and she's going to do a great job. She's one of those who truly cares about the city and cares about the job that she does for the citizens that elected her, and she's going to do amazing. It's going to be great, and I just want to thank your listeners.
And as far as moving forward, Miles says she will be spending time with family both here and in Florida. We here at Regional Radio News salute you, Valerie Miles, for your dedication and for your years of service. Illinois House Republicans have raised concerns over potential tax increases that might be included in a forthcoming budget proposal by Democratic lawmakers. The discussions come amid ongoing budget negotiations with Governor J.B. Pritzker's Office of Management and Budget. While House Republican budgeteers have been actively engaging with the governor's office, their participation in meetings with House Democrats has been limited. Recent developments include calls from progressive Democrats for a graduated income tax hike, even as Illinois voters narrowly rejected a proposal for such a tax in a 2020 constitutional amendment. Additionally, the Illinois Revenue Alliance has outlined a series of tax proposals that collectively could generate an estimated $6 billion in new revenue. Republicans have highlighted one proposal in particular, reducing the estate tax exemption from $4 million to $2 million. It's a change they argue could disproportionately affect family farmers. State Representative Chris Miller, a Republican out of Hinesboro, who is also a farmer, says farmers shouldn't have to sell the family farm just to pay that tax.
Well, I think one of the worst taxes that was ever created was the estate tax. The state of Illinois and the U.S. government taxes you your whole life. You work and you work and work and save to try to have something when you pass away to pass on to the next generation. And once again, the government is standing there with both hands in your pockets trying to extract dollar bills out. In my mind, the only way to fix the estate tax issue is to absolutely abolish it and throw it in the garbage.
Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle continue to work through various proposals as the state budget process moves forward, with further discussions expected in the coming weeks. This will conclude your first portion of your expanded local news in the 7 o'clock hour, which is brought to you by Taylorville Community Credit Union.
Hi, this is Will Perkins with Taylorville Community Credit Union. When you become a member of TCCU, you become an owner and have access to our great loan rates, earn great dividends on our deposit accounts, have access to our full range of financial products, and will receive personal attention from people you know. Membership is open to anyone who lives or works in Christian, Montgomery, and Shelby County. We are conveniently located in Taylorville, Hillsboro, Litchfield, and Pana. You can also visit us online at www.tccu.org. Come join us. You'll wonder why you waited. Member NCUA.
With summer right around the corner, the Taylorville Public Library is preparing for its summer reading program. Participants are able to win prizes for their reading efforts during the program. The library is hoping to surpass last year's total of 244 participants. Aaron Cromit, Program and Outreach Manager for the Taylorville Public Library, says the program welcomes people of all ages and will have fun events to keep people coming back year after year.
We had people from 6 months all the way up to in their 70s, because even if the child can't read, then the parent or guardian or grandparent, whoever, can sign them up and then count the minutes that they read to them as the minutes on their reading log. And the thing is, it is open to everybody. You don't even have to have a library card with us. You don't even have to be a resident of Taylorville to participate. However, for the activities during the summer reading program, some of them fill up really fast. And because there's prizes involved and things like that, everybody does have to register. It's really going to be exciting. We have, for everyone who signs up, we're going to kick off with Kona Ice. So you will get a free Kona Ice. We have Wild Times Exotic Animals from Springfield, and that's pretty much my most popular event during summer reading, in terms of the people who we hire outside the library and bring them in. So I decided to do 3 weeks of them this time. So they're coming every week. That's really exciting. They have some really neat animals. And like I said, that fills up really fast. So anyone who wants to do that should sign up.
Well,
and let's see. And then at the end of the summer reading program, we have a free pool and pizza party at the YMCA.
Cromit says the program is meant to bring people in the community together and attract those who otherwise would not be interested in reading.
Well, I just figured the more, good, clean fun, the better. The more free activities, especially in today's times, everybody would like to, be able to have options of entertainment and information and just getting together with people in your community. I think that's important at any time, but especially in these times. I just wanted to open to everybody, to get everybody excited about reading, to get everybody excited about coming together. And reading appeals to everybody, and even if it's not something that they're doing right now, then it's something they can make time for. And even if it's a teenager or somebody who's not too into reading, maybe books, you can read whatever you want. That's the beauty of this. You could even sit and read things on your phone. Obviously not just scrolling, but reading. It could be anywhere. It could be a book, magazine, anything, and you could count those as reading minutes and add those up, and then you get prizes every week, and the people who read the most get big prizes at the end.
On top of the summer program, the library always has other regular events year-round. Some events rotate in and out to make sure that they have a variety of offerings.
All right. Well, just so we start off right, so people know our regular hours are Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., Fridays, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And we have a lot of regular programming that we do every month. It varies a little. Sometimes we don't have the paint nights. We tend to alter months. We have our special events that are pretty consistent as well. We have Money Mondays with Regions Bank coming and having a free financial wellness seminar happening pretty much every month throughout the year. We've got free gardening classes quite frequently from Emerald Gardens founder Miranda Smith. And we just have several consistent regular programs and events that people can enjoy that serve a lot of different people.
And as for special events, one of those coming up is for this month, which is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Like we did last year, we're partnering up with Christian County Prevention Coalition to provide some activities in that vein. And so we will be joining them Saturday the 10th and Saturday the 24th at the Taylorville Farmers Market. And they will have a booth set up with different activities. It's all free and different giveaways. And then the library will have one right next to them too with we'll have different activities. I'll have information and just free things that we'll have some things that are just regular fun things. And then we'll have some things specifically tied into mental health awareness.
More information on the Taylorville Public Library is available at taylorvillelibrary.org. Aaron Crommett appeared as a guest on the WTIM Morning Show. That'll do it for your second portion of your expanded local news here in the 7 o'clock hour, which is brought to you by CNB Bank and Trust.
Agriculture drives our community, and at CNB Bank and Trust, we're here to help your operation run smoothly. Our business checking accounts are designed with local farmers and agribusinesses in mind, offering flexible options, digital tools, and personalized support from people who know the land like you do. Visit our Taylorville branch and let's build something strong together. CNB Bank and Trust, helping to open doors since 1854. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Moving now to obituaries, which can be found at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com and are brought to you by Sutton Memorial Home.
This is Chad Sparks. When you lose a loved one, your choice for making final arrangements should be with the compassionate family at Sutton Memorial Homes. They know the death of a loved one is difficult. Austin and Evan at Sutton's and the entire staff have devoted themselves to loving and caring for those in their community in their time of need. You can trust Sutton Memorial Homes to assist your family in making final arrangements that will be a tribute to your loved one. Sutton Memorial Homes, caring is what they do best.
Donald Carl Taylor of Maxwell, Iowa, formerly of Decatur, died on May 12th. Cremation rights have been accorded and no services will be provided. Funeral arrangements are being handled by Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. 60-year-old Janice K. Kettlecamp of Taylorville died on May 5th. Funeral service will be May 17th at 11 a.m. at First United Methodist Church in Taylorville. Funeral arrangements are being handled by McClure Funeral Home and cremation services in Taylorville. "75-year-old John Frank Sullivan of Huntington Beach, California, formerly of Nokomis, died on April 24th. Visitation is May 17th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Perfetti and Asali Funeral Home in Morrisonville. Funeral service will be May 17th at 1 p.m. at Perfetti and Asali Funeral Home in Morrisonville. Interment with military honors will be at Morrisonville Cemetery. Funeral arrangements are being handled by Perfetti and Asali Funeral Home in Morrisonville. "62-year-old Karen Hall Cox of Taylorville died on May 2nd. Cremation rights have been accorded, with arrangements being made at a later date. Funeral arrangements are being handled by Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. And 97-year-old Dr. Robert Keith Etheridge of Taylorville died May 1st. A celebration of life and a graveside service will be May 31st at 4 p.m. at Oak Hill Cemetery in Taylorville. Funeral arrangements are being handled by a Sally Funeral Home in Taylorville. Get details on these and other local news stories at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com or on WTIM, your only local news radio.
This is Blaine Cornwell with Prairie